Hello and welcome to That's Football. It's our weekly Premier League preview. Happy to have you with us and happy that the weekend is here with a bumper Premier League weekend. We all love it, don't we? The best league in the world and some big games this weekend. None bigger than Tottenham versus Liverpool, although for Everton fans and Arsenal fans, Everton entertain Arsenal at home on Sunday afternoon in what is a massive game for both clubs because Ronald Koemann could be, if he survives that long, managing his last game for Everton. We'll talk about that in a minute, but let's start off. It's Tottenham versus Liverpool in the first the big game of the weekend, isn't it? 4 o'clock on Sunday at Wembley. Probably Liverpool's only trip to Wembley in the next decade, so they're going to enjoy it. Big day out for them. I'm only winding them up. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because at Tottenham, fantastic result midweek away at the Burnley against the best team in the world at the moment. Liverpool thrashed Maribor, if you know where they are. Put answers on a postcard. But both will have varying levels of confidence. I think Liverpool unable to break Manchester United down last week when they should have done. They took a point. They go out midweek, they score a load of goals. Spurs, difficult for Spurs. I said it, a lot of you have said it. Being at Wembley will cause a problem for them. I think that's the problem in this game on Sunday. Spurs probably do make themselves favourites, but they lose home advantage because Wembley is a great leveller for everybody. We've seen teams like Burnley and Swansea go there and get pick-up points this season. So it's not beyond it's a neutral venue, and ultimately that plays into the hands of Liverpool. And when you look at the Premier League table at the moment, you've obviously got Manchester City on top with 22 points. 2 points behind them are Manchester United. Then 5 points off the top are Spurs. So they can't afford to drop any more ground. And this is it's a perfect game for Spurs. They need to deal with Wembley. They need to turn Wembley into a ground where they can play it for their advantage and get some home advantage. So if they could beat Liverpool there on Sunday, I think it would be that sort of shot in the arm that Spurs need. Watford are actually in 4th place at the moment and they're going to Chelsea, who are 2 points behind them. So that's a big game which we'll talk about as well. Arsenal also on 13 points, Burnley on 13 points, they're going to Man City, and Liverpool on 13 points. So Liverpool already 9 points off the title and 7 points off Manchester United in second. So Liverpool cannot afford to drop any more points, and Liverpool actually do need a result as much as Spurs do, because let's just put it this way. I think Manchester City are going to beat Burnley. That'll knock them up to 25 points. If Liverpool were to lose against Spurs, that's 12 points off the top after 9 games, which is horrific. I think Liverpool fans, you know, if we have got any watching, I think Liverpool fans are living under, some would say rock, talking about 5 times, but they are living under a bit of a delusion at the moment, because they're talking about Salah and Mane and oh, what a great team they've got, but they don't seem to be noticing that where you are in the league is really bad. Same for Arsenal. You know, you're a long way off already, and we've only had 8 games, and that is why I've just got a funny feeling Liverpool might get a result at Spurs. 1, because of the Wembley factor. 2, because Spurs put a lot of effort into that Real Madrid game. And 3, because Liverpool will be coming on a high after the game away from home. And 4, because how do Spurs approach this game? I'm very impressed with Pochettino, but if they take the game to Spurs, to Liverpool, Liverpool will hurt them on the break on a big pitch like that. So I'm going to say, I've just got a funny feeling Liverpool are going to win it. So I'm going to go 3-1 to Liverpool. Unfortunately, I would like Spurs to win it. I really like Pochettino and everything, but I've got a funny feeling they're going to win it. So I'm going to go for Liverpool in that one. There is actually a game tonight, if you're watching on Friday. It's West Ham entertaining Brighton. With regards to the league's starting to take shape a little bit now. West Ham have moved up a bit. They're on 8 points in 15th place. And so are Brighton. I expect West Ham to win this. I think West Ham will win it 2-0. And I think Brighton are going to be in a relegation battle, the same as Huddersfield. Those early points are obviously helping out both teams, but I do think they'll get dragged down as the more experienced sides like Leicester and Crystal Palace start to force their way through. Next game is Chelsea-Watford tomorrow lunchtime. Chelsea at home, struggling a bit at the moment. Conte falling into little traps that Mourinho's setting for him. The pressure's starting to show. A few weeks ago, you said in the live comments, who will be the next manager to get sacked in the Premier League? I said Craig Shakespeare. A lot of people were saying Bilic, Koemann. I said Shakespeare because I know the way Leicester run their club. They will sack a champion like Ranieri, so they're definitely going to sack what's his name? Forgot his name. Shakespeare. So my next prediction for Premier League managers to get sacked, I don't think it'll be next. I think Koeman's the obvious one. But I think Conte will go. I think Chelsea are already out of this title race. They're 7 points off United. They're 9 points off City. They haven't got a good squad. Why they let Matic and Costa go, I don't know. Conte looks like he's being exposed because he's now not getting away with 1 game a week. He's having to play in Europe. So, big game. I do expect Chelsea to beat Watford, though. You know, Chelsea have still got a good side. Watford are doing fantastic things, but Watford are a stronger team at home. I think Chelsea will win that 2-0. But imagine if Watford got a point. They'd still be ahead of Chelsea, which is fantastic. Watford, John Carlos wants to win. And some people not happy that I think Liverpool are going to win 3-1 against Spurs. I've just got a funny feeling. Got a funny feeling it might just all click for Liverpool. And Liverpool are a better team away from home. When the onus is on them to attack and teams sit back, that's when they struggle. 3 o'clock kickoffs tomorrow. You've got Manchester United travelling to Huddersfield. Look, Manchester United, for some reason, there is some sort of negativity around United, and United are struggling apparently, despite only drawing 2 games, winning the rest, being unbeaten and winning in midweek. And despite Huddersfield having a good start, they've not scored. They've scored 1 goal in their last 7 games. So Manchester United should win this. It all comes down to how Manchester United approach the game. And if they do what they've been doing against the lesser teams this season, they should win that game comfortably. I'm going to go Manchester United 3-0. Which takes me on to the Manchester City, who are top of the league, entertaining Burnley. And Burnley have been very, very good this season. They're high up in the league. They picked up a lot of points away from home, notably winning at Chelsea, drawing at Liverpool, drawing with Spurs. But is Sean Dyche the sort of manager to deal with Manchester City? Look, I think somebody at some point will figure Manchester City out. I think I have. I think Mourinho would. You've just got to not be very expansive. Get 2 banks of, well, a back 4 or a 5, and then 4 in front of them, and somebody up front who can just hold the ball up and is an out ball. Whether Burnley will do that or whether they'll go up there like Stoke tried to do last week and express themselves, you'll get hammered. I'm going to say City 4-0. I think City will win that comfortably. Sorry for those who don't agree. The next game, let's have a look at the next game. Fixtures. Because I've forgotten. Newcastle, Crystal Palace. Newcastle are doing very well. Crystal Palace with a great win against Chelsea last week. Zaha coming back is a big plus for them. But I do think Newcastle will win 2-0. Stoke versus Bournemouth. I think Stoke will win this. I think Mark Hughes should get the sack. He's an awful manager. But I think that this is the perfect sort of game for him to get a few points and stay in a job. Although I really hope Eddie Howe gets the points because I prefer him. I like Bournemouth and they're down the bottom at the moment. So, but I think Stoke will win that 1-0. Swansea versus Leicester. Very, very difficult. Leicester drawing 1-1 against West Brom at home on Monday Night Football. Swansea won last week against Huddersfield. Koemann is a good manager and Swansea aren't a bad team. It's all about resources against the big boys, isn't it? So I wouldn't be surprised if Swansea got a result there. But having said that, no manager for Leicester. Could they just go back to what was successful under Ranieri and hit on the break with the high ball and the long ball for Vardy? I'm going to go 2-2. I think it'll be a draw. Southampton, West Brom. Oh, this could be a killer. This could be a killer. Southampton struggle to score goals but don't concede many. West Brom managed by Tony Pulis. So I'm going to go 1-1 with that. I think it's just a safe bet to go with. On to Sunday football. We've obviously done Liverpool versus Spurs. I'm going 3-1 to Liverpool for my sins. But Everton against Arsenal is absolutely massive for similar reasons, really. That clutch of clubs, Chelsea playing Watford, Liverpool playing Spurs, Arsenal playing Everton, all on 13 points, all 7 points behind Manchester United in second place and 9 points behind Manchester City in first place. That is too many points. Too many points for Chelsea, Arsenal and Liverpool after only 8 games. It's not acceptable. And I don't think many of their fans think it is. So Arsenal can't afford to not beat Everton, but Everton can't afford not to get something out of Arsenal if they want Koemann to stay in a job. They are 5th from bottom, Everton, with 8 points. If they actually won this game, they'd only be 2 points behind Arsenal, who are currently in 6th. So it's a massive swing. Koemann's apparently had a hard, is apparently on the verge of being sacked. But for anybody who's been watching my FIFA career mode, I had a horrific start as Everton. But by January, I was doing that well, I got offered the Manchester United job. So Everton have got easier games to come. But this is a tough game for them. And it's how Everton approach the game. Everton of old, I would back Everton. You know, this is the sort of game. Arsenal come up north, you get at them, you bite at them, you get in the tackles and you win the game. Are Everton capable of doing that under Koeman? Do they have the confidence to do that? I'm not so sure. I think Arsenal will pick the 3 points up here. I'm going to go Arsenal. I'm going to match what I did with Liverpool and Spurs, actually. I'm going to say 3-1 to Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win it. I think Arsenal need to win it. Whatever they're doing in the Europa League, and I've said this a few times, I've experienced United win the Europa League last year. I think Arsenal need to go all out for the Europa League. But they need to pick up points in the league. You know, they should be battling for 4th place, and at the moment, they're not. So I think Arsenal will win that, and that will probably be the end of Koeman, knowing the way football works. And they don't have Ken Wright in charge anymore, do they? They've got rich owners who will be impatient owners. So it could be the end of Koeman if Everton don't pick up a win at the weekend. And also, as much as we say Everton can beat Arsenal, we don't know what the politics within the dressing room are. Do the players not like Koeman and know a loss at the weekend would mean the end of him? Or are they trying their heart out for him and they're going to get a result? Depends on that. It really does. Anyway, that's all my score predictions. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show on That's Football. Premier League preview every week. Normally at 8:30 on a Thursday, but a little bit, well, it's on a Friday today. But if you like FIFA 18 Career, it is back tonight, 9 o'clock, live stream on this channel. FIFA 18 Career, as I said, started off as Everton, got to January, started to get a lot better, got offered the Manchester United job, literally have played 1 game as Manchester United manager, and we're 2nd in the league into February. So it's an exciting time. And yeah, be back tonight at 9 o'clock. Thanks everybody for watching. McTominay has signed a new contract apparently for Manchester United. Young lad, well done to him. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. We're closing in on 19,000 subscribers, which is fantastic because we've not been going that long. That's Football, generic football channel for everybody who likes football to talk and watch and get on with each other. Well, you don't have to get on. Banter, rivalry, all very good. But it's a channel for everybody, so keep getting involved. Thanks everyone. Speak to you all very soon. Oh, I should just say, I'm so late today. We have got watch-alongs coming up this weekend. We did Real Madrid versus Spurs in the week. Our next one is Liverpool, Spurs, Sunday. What a surprise. But we might do Everton versus Arsenal as well. We're thinking about it. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you all soon.